In the vast and diverse landscape of spiritual thought, Christ consciousness stands as a profound and transformative concept. Often associated with a deep, universal form of love, compassion, and wisdom, Christ consciousness transcends religious boundaries and beckons individuals toward a higher state of being. This exploration seeks to unpack the essence of Christ consciousness, tracing its historical roots, its relevance in contemporary spirituality, and the practices that can help individuals cultivate this enlightened state. Historical context. Origins in Christianity. The term Christ consciousness is intrinsically linked to Jesus Christ, the central figure of Christianity. For Christians, Jesus represents the ultimate example of divine love and enlightenment. His teachings, as recorded in the New Testament, emphasize love, forgiveness, humility, and compassion. These principles form the bedrock of what is often referred to as Christ consciousness. Jesus' life and message challenged the social and religious norms of his time, promoting a vision of the kingdom of God that was accessible to all through faith, love, and inner transformation. His Sermon on the Mount, a cornerstone of his teachings, encapsulates the essence of living a life aligned with higher spiritual values. Broader mystical traditions. Beyond Christianity, Christ consciousness finds resonance in various mystical and esoteric traditions. Many mystics, both within and outside the Christian faith, have spoken of an elevated state of consciousness that aligns with the divine. For instance, the Sufi mystic Rumi and the Hindu sage Ramakrishna expressed similar experiences of divine love and unity. In the 20th century, the rise of the New Age movement and interfaith dialogues further expanded the understanding of Christ consciousness. It began to be seen as a universal state of awareness, embodying the highest ideals of human potential, transcending specific religious doctrines. The essence of Christ consciousness. Universal love and compassion. At its core, Christ consciousness embodies unconditional love and compassion. This love is not limited to personal relationships, but extends to all beings, recognizing the interconnectedness of life. It is a love that transcends judgment, seeing beyond surface differences to the inherent divinity within each individual. This profound sense of compassion drives a person to act selflessly, to serve others, and to alleviate suffering wherever it is found. It is the embodiment of the golden rule, to treat others as one would like to be treated. In this way, Christ consciousness fosters a deep empathy and a commitment to the well-being of all. Inner peace and equanimity. Another hallmark of Christ consciousness is inner peace. This peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but a profound inner stillness and equanimity. It arises from a deep alignment with the divine and a trust in the unfolding of life's journey. In the teachings of Jesus, this peace is often referred to as the peace that surpasses all understanding. Philippians 4:7. It is a state of being that remains undisturbed by external circumstances, rooted in a deep spiritual foundation. Unity and oneness. Christ consciousness also involves a profound sense of unity and oneness with all of creation. This perspective recognizes that all life is interconnected, and that at the deepest level there is no separation between the self and the other. This realization often leads to a sense of awe and reverence for the natural world, seeing it as a manifestation of the divine. It encourages a harmonious way of living that respects the environment and all forms of life. Pathways to Christ consciousness. Contemplative practices. One of the most effective ways to cultivate Christ consciousness is through contemplative practices. These practices help to quiet the mind, open the heart, and foster a deeper connection with the divine. Meditation. Meditation is a foundational practice for many seeking to deepen their spiritual awareness. By sitting in stillness and focusing inward, individuals can transcend the chatter of the mind and access a deeper state of presence. Christian mystics often use contemplative prayer or centering prayer, focusing on a sacred word or phrase to anchor their attention. Prayer, especially when practiced as a form of communion rather than supplication, can be a powerful means of aligning with Christ consciousness. It involves opening oneself to the divine presence and cultivating a listening heart. Mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, is another effective tool. By bringing awareness to one's thoughts, emotions, and actions, individuals can begin to transcend habitual patterns and cultivate a more conscious way of being. Selfless service. Engaging in selfless service, or seva, is another pathway to Christ consciousness. By dedicating one's time and energy to helping others, individuals can cultivate the qualities of compassion and humility. This service can take many forms, from volunteering in one's community to offering support to those in need. Study and reflection. Studying sacred texts and reflecting on their deeper meanings can also aid in the cultivation of Christ consciousness. Engaging with the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters can provide valuable insights and inspiration. Journaling and contemplative reading are practices that can deepen one's understanding and integration of these teachings. Living the teachings. Ultimately, Christ consciousness is not just about inner experiences, but also about how one lives in the world. It involves embodying the principles of love, compassion, and unity in everyday life. This means being mindful of one's thoughts, words, and actions, and striving to align them with higher spiritual values. Modern perspectives. Interfaith understanding. In today's pluralistic world, the concept of Christ consciousness is increasingly seen through an interfaith lens. Many spiritual seekers recognize that the qualities associated with Christ consciousness are universal and can be found in various religious and spiritual traditions. This broader perspective encourages dialogue and mutual respect among different faiths, fostering a sense of global unity and shared spiritual aspirations. It highlights the common ground that exists among different paths, emphasizing the underlying unity of all spiritual pursuits. Psychological and scientific insights. Modern psychology and neuroscience also offer valuable insights into the nature of Christ consciousness. Research on the effects of meditation and mindfulness practices has shown their potential to transform brain function and promote emotional well-being. The emerging field of transpersonal psychology explores the intersection of spirituality and psychology, examining experiences of higher states of consciousness and their transformative potential. This interdisciplinary approach enriches our understanding of Christ consciousness by grounding it in scientific research and psychological theory. Personal transformation. For many individuals, the journey toward Christ consciousness is deeply personal and transformative. It often involves a process of healing and integration, addressing past traumas and limiting beliefs. By embracing practices that foster self-awareness and self-compassion, individuals can gradually align with their highest potential. Stories of personal transformation often highlight the profound impact of awakening to Christ consciousness. These narratives serve as a source of inspiration and encouragement for others on the path, illustrating the possibilities of spiritual growth and transformation. Challenges and misconceptions. Misunderstandings of Christ consciousness. Despite its profound nature, Christ consciousness is sometimes misunderstood or misrepresented. One common misconception is that it is an exclusive state achievable only by a select few. In reality, it is accessible to anyone willing to engage in sincere spiritual practice and self-inquiry. Another misunderstanding is the belief that Christ consciousness is synonymous with religious conversion. While it is deeply rooted in the teachings of Jesus, it transcends religious boundaries and can be embraced by individuals from any spiritual background. Navigating spiritual bypassing. As with any spiritual pursuit, there is a risk of spiritual bypassing, using spirituality to avoid facing personal issues or engaging with the world. True Christ consciousness involves integrating spiritual insights into all aspects of life, rather than escaping from reality. It requires a balanced approach where inner transformation goes hand in hand with outer action. This balance ensures that one's spiritual growth contributes to the well-being of the broader community and the world at large. Practical steps to cultivate Christ consciousness. Daily practices. 1. Morning meditation. Start your day with a period of quiet reflection or meditation, setting a positive and mindful tone for the day ahead. 2. Gratitude practice. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude by regularly reflecting on the blessings in your life. 2. This practice can shift your focus from lack to abundance, fostering a sense of contentment and joy. Loving kindness meditation. Practice sending loving kindness to yourself and others. 3. This meditation can help to expand your capacity for compassion and empathy. 4. Mindful presence. Throughout the day, practice being fully present in whatever you are doing. 4. This can help to deepen your connection with the moment and reduce stress and distraction. Community engagement. Engaging with a like-minded community can provide support and inspiration on your journey. Participating in spiritual gatherings, discussion groups, or service projects can help to reinforce your commitment to living from a place of Christ consciousness. Lifelong learning. Continual learning and self-discovery are essential components of spiritual growth. Read widely, seek out new perspectives, and remain open to the lessons that life offers. This approach keeps your spiritual practice dynamic and evolving. Conclusion. Christ consciousness represents a profound and transformative state of being, characterized by universal love, compassion, inner peace, and a sense of oneness with all of creation. Rooted in the teachings of Jesus and resonating across various spiritual traditions, it invites individuals to awaken to their highest potential and live in alignment with divine principles. By engaging in contemplative practices, selfless service, and continual self-reflection, anyone can cultivate this enlightened state. In a world that often feels divided and disconnected, Christ consciousness offers a path to deeper connection, healing, and harmony. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to Embark True North.